Have you ever used an app on your phone to send money to a friend? It's super fast, super easy. But have you ever stopped to wonder if that same technology could be used for something, well, a little darker? Today, we're going to dig into the surprising connection between modern financial tech and the hidden world of the dark economy.
Okay, before we get started, I've got a quick question for you. You've probably heard this word thrown around a lot, Fintech. So, what do you think it actually means? Go on, just have a little think about it.
And here's another thing to consider. We all love how easy these new payment apps are, right? But what are some of the possible risks? What could go wrong when money can move that fast?
Awesome. Okay, with those ideas floating around in your head, let's get into the main story. We're about to connect the dots between the phone in your pocket and a huge global problem. So, first up, let's talk about how fintech is really a double-edged sword. You see, while this tech brings all these incredible new benefits, it has also kind of accidentally opened the door to some pretty serious problems. So, what is fintech exactly? Well, the word is just short for financial technology. It's basically a catch-all term for any company that uses tech to make banking and payments easier for us. Think simple payment apps, all the way to complex investment platforms. They're changing how we use money every single day. And this right here is the big problem. On one hand, fintech is amazing. It gives more and more people access to modern financial services, but there's always a but, right? On the other hand, all that speed and convenience is also really, really attractive to criminals who want to move and hide illegal money fast. So you might be wondering, how does this all actually happen? Well, to really get the risk, we need to pull back the curtain on this thing called the dark economy. We're going to look at the playbook criminals use to make their dirty money just disappear. Now, the dark economy isn't some faraway idea. It's the hidden marketplace for all sorts of illegal stuff. We're talking about financial crimes that suck real money out of the normal legal economy. And in the end, that really does hurt everybody.
Right at the heart of the dark economy is something called money laundering. The easiest way to think about it is like a washing machine, but for dirty money. Criminals put cash from illegal activities in, and after a few spins, it comes out looking perfectly clean and legal.
So, how do they actually do it? Well, it often starts with creating something called a shell company. That's a business that only exists on paper. Then they use these super fast fintech platforms, or crypto, to move the illegal money through that fake company. It makes it really, really hard to trace. And by the end of it all, the money just looks like normal profit from a real business.
And that first step, the shell company, is absolutely key for them. It's pretty much a ghost business. There's no real office, no actual employees. Its one and only purpose is to act as a disguise for illegal cash, giving it a place to hide in the financial world.
And the size of this problem, it's just staggering. In Latin America alone, it's estimated that $400 billion are laundered every single year. To put that into perspective, that is more than the entire economy of many countries.
Now you might be thinking, okay, that's a crazy amount of money, but how does that really affect me? Well, the truth is, the dark economy creates these ripple effects that sooner or later touch all of our lives. Let's just ask that question straight up. Why should this hidden financial world matter to you, to your family, or to your community?
Well, it's because it's all connected. When criminals hide that much money, they aren't paying any taxes on it. And that means governments have way less money for all the things we need, like good schools and hospitals. It can even mean that honest people have to pay higher taxes to fill that gap.
It's a huge problem for sure, but it's not impossible to solve. So what can we actually do to fight back and protect our financial systems from being used like this?
One of the most powerful tools we have in this fight is something called regulation. And simply put, these are just the official rules that governments make for financial companies. You can think of them like guardrails on a highway. They're there to keep the whole system safe and to make sure companies know who's using their services.
But look, fighting back takes a real team effort. It definitely starts with stronger rules and making sure those rules are actually enforced. But because money moves all over the world, countries have to work together. And companies need to be more open. And all of us, as users, just need to be more aware of the risks.
Okay, let's just pause for a second and see what you remember. Think about your answers to these 5 questions. Number 1, what is a fintech? Number 2, what is money laundering? 3, how much money is laundered in Latin America every year? 4, can you name one way the dark economy affects public services? And finally, number 5, what's one possible solution to this problem? Fantastic. And before we wrap up, let's just do a quick review of the 4 key words from today: fintech, money laundering, shell company, and regulation.
Really, getting these words down helps you understand the whole issue so much better.
Thank you so much for joining us for this explainer. If you want to go a little deeper or practice your listening skills, you can find the full transcript and some exercises right there in the description below. And hey, don't forget to subscribe for more explainers on all sorts of interesting topics.